13 love, 13 knowledge, 13 wisdom, 13 respect. This is your Creation 13. Your VR headset, virtual reality, third eye, the Godhead, the pineal gland. That is your realm of creation, your realm of manifestation into this reality, right? And it's also your communication. That's how you communicate with different kind of spirits within you and outside you, right? I really don't think people really kind of put it in that perspective that it is a virtual reality headset that you put on, right? When you go into prayer, you close your eyes and you're in that virtual reality, right? And you set your will and intent, and then you release it out into the ethers, right? Same way with meditation. You go into that state, and then you allow that virtual reality to kick in, right? The holographic program to kick in. And that's what I talked about in previous videos, like the only way that spirits kind of shift themselves is they use the ethers, their energy, and they'll morph and shape into a form that makes sense to you, right? Whether it be Christ or an angel or an ET of some kind, it's going to shift and morph itself into something that makes sense, so then it can present the message to you, right? Whatever message it may be. Just like I talked about with God's plan, the Creator's plan, Christ's plan for you will be revealed through you, and then it's up to you to reveal it out and manifest it out into the world, right? Just like I'm doing now. So with virtual reality headset, activating that third eye, you just have to practice it. And you're not looking for something, you're not forcing it, you have to just allow it to happen. Just like with any kind of ability, right? It takes time and patience and practice. And the best way to simple techniques is just to get out in nature and just still the mind and just allow things to flow. And you may not see things through your virtual reality headset, your third eye. It could be, again, it could be through the ears. It could be through smell. It can even be through your eyes. You may begin to see things that you've never seen, or, just go, man, what the heck is going on? With me recently, I've been seeing just in between the ethers, right? I can see static where it looks like an old school black and white TV where it's just black and white static. But now I'm starting to see little rainbow effects, like little particles that just move back and forth, and it's rainbowy, and it just blew me away. I'm like, man, how can I capture that on camera? So it's really just getting deeper into your spiritual journey, knowing what to look for, right? It just goes back into the roots of who you are, back into the roots of being a chosen one. And the chosen ones are huge. Like, it's not selective. That's why I'm so big on selectiveness. The chosen ones are not selective. It's not set in a religion or a doctrine or things like that. You're going to know if you're a chosen one. You're going to be able to point out a chosen one. And what I mean by that is that they won't be selective. They won't have a hidden agenda. Oh, God's plan has this for you. God's plan has that for you. No. They're going to help you, aid you in techniques that they've been taught, just like myself, right? Christ has taught me this. Hey, Adam, Can you explain that this is a virtual headset? Maybe it will click with them. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that. And that's what we're looking at. We're building up you, building the confidence within you that this world has basically destroyed any part of you being the true you, right? The true self. We have to dig our way through all these programs and cut these cords and all that stuff to kind of make sense of things, right? Don't live by the ways of the world. And that is literally meaning, don't live by the ways of the world. I got cats fighting in the background there. But yeah, it's just so very fascinating. It really is fascinating, at least with me. Just learning about everything that this human body is capable of. Everything that you can create and manifest in this world, right? And as vibrational frequencies change, you may not realize it, but things change. Your reality changes. Every time you wake up, you're in a new reality. And there'll be little changes, there could be big changes, energy's different, the frequencies are different. That's where you use your senses. So you use your eyes, you use your ears, the smells, in your virtual reality headset. And if you get real good, I'm not even here yet, but if you get really good at your virtual reality, your third eye, you begin to see reality for what it is. You begin to see just different colors and different entities that surround us that can't be seen with these eyes, right? And that's how I see things, is everything looks blue to me, and it looks just like you just see these streams, kind of like the black and white TVs, you just see these streams all over the place. And then you'll see these little parasite entities, they just kind of attach themselves to people when they're stuck in programs or they're stuck in a repetitive cycle. And they're feeding it over and over again, like, guilt or hatred or just something that's going on, some kind of addiction, whatever it may be, right? There's parasites that attach themselves to them. So it gets really fascinating and interesting, and it could be scary for some people if they're not prepared for it. But it's just realizing that we're waking up daily, and what does that look like, right? Everything that I talked about in this video is what it's like to be awakened from the matrix. That sounds so weird, but that's what it's like. And then you begin to look at the programs and go, wow, that's a program, that's a program, that's a program, that's a program. Selectiveness, 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 right? And it just gets fascinating. So what do you do with all of that? You just have to realize why you're here, share the information, and then keep going, right? And try to enjoy life as well, right? It's really hard. Like I've always struggled with that since 2010 of enjoying life, sharing information, cleansing myself, deconstructing the programs out of my being and all that stuff. So it's you got to work, you got to shift your way through, because you're born in a world of programs. You got to not be part of the ways of the world. So deprogram yourself and then discover all the hidden potentials that you have, that mutant gene that I've been talking about, right? So it's very fascinating. So yeah, so just go out into nature, just get in a quiet place, and then just practice praying / meditating, and just realize you got a VR headset on, and just see what happens. But also use your ears, use the smells, and anything that comes up, because it could be a sentence, a phrase, something will pop up, just like I talked about in God's Plan video. Is it could say there's a shift, there's a trial, time to relax. Just listen and just use your senses, so then you can prepare yourself, you can elevate yourself, and you build a deeper relationship with the creators and with Christ, if that's your chosen deity. So yeah, so I could talk forever. So hopefully that helps you out. I'll do some more technique videos soon, and we'll go from there. So love yourself, keep shining bright. I'll talk to y'all later.